All right, for today's video review, we're going to continue taking a look at our set of deluxe Insecticons and a hammer, which is one of the sets as a part of the Doom and Destruction collection from Amazon. You know, like last year we got as part of Legacy Evolution, we got the Wreck and Rule collection from Amazon. That was basically a bunch of sets themed around the Wreckers from the old Marvel comics. And this year, part of Legacy United, we are getting the Doom and Destruction collection, which is based off the Mayhem Attack Squad from the old Marvel comics. Because I guess the deluxe Insecticons were part of that team at some point. I don't know. I've never really associated them with the Mayhem Attack Squad, but whatever. I don't really care how we're getting them. I'm just glad that we're getting new versions of the deluxe Insecticons here. So yeah, I'm splitting this into a few different videos. I already took a look at Barrage for my Tuesday video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Chop Shop, and then for Sunday's video we'll be taking a look at Malice Minotaurs, which is just the little superfluous extra accessory that they included in the set to make it cost more. Whatever. But yeah, this is everything that comes in the set. But like I said, for today, we're just going to be focusing on Chop Shop, who is, of course, himself a retool of Legacy Evolution's Shrapnel figure. And yeah, just like with Barrage, there's actually not a tremendous amount of retooling on this guy. Instead of the little like extra legs that come down here, he comes with these separate pieces that just peg onto the arms. Again, similar to how Barrage did it. I pretty much just leave them on in both modes because they stay on perfectly fine. You don't have to parts form them or anything, but it does go a long way towards just like reshaping the identity of the figure. And then other than that, the only retooling that's really on this figure is just the stag beetle horns are different to look more like Chop Shop's, and then the head in robot mode, which you can kind of see peeking out in the alt mode here. But other than that, it's the same figure, comes with the same accessories. He does still include the other legs, so if you wanted to take these off, you could just have him have like the shrapnel legs. I don't know why you would do that, but you certainly can if you wanted him to look more like that Diaclone spaceshipy Insecticon design rather than like having more mechanical legs. You can do that, but I'm just going to put these out separately in a box together. He also comes with Shrapnel's little gun here, which they actually bothered to paint brown too, even though it's on the orange. I'm not going to keep that with this guy, but you can't really store all of these things just because like this is the only one that you're supposed to be able to store. You can just peg it on top there. You can also just peg it underneath here, which is a little bit cleaner. Again, I don't really like this weapon with him, so I'm going to put all these off to the side. But again, it's not a problem that he comes with more weapons. I guess if you wanted to store all of them, you could have these up here and then this down here, so everything would be symmetrical. And that's kind of a fun little armed up bug mode. And, that looks kind of cool. But personally, I just prefer it, the cleaner way without any of the extra stuff on it. I appreciate that they, included these because they were part of the mold, but personally, I don't really need them. But yeah, in terms of articulation in this mode, really the only thing you're getting is that the stag beetle horns can open and close. All these legs are pretty much static. Like you could unpeg the arms and then, move around the back two legs if you wanted to, but you pretty much just have him in a regular bug pose there. What's kind of weird about him is like, I talked about this a little bit in Barrage's review, but I feel like it's even weirder with him, where it's just like, these bits are supposed to be the front two legs, right, on Shrapnel, and then the guns are supposed to be the back, like just the hind legs, just a single leg. Like, was this supposed to be two legs and this is supposed to be one leg? Because the way that it is, he kind of has 8 legs because he's a stag beetle. He should only have the 6. I guess if I really wanted to, I could just like, take a little knife and cut off the back leg bit, which honestly I might do because it doesn't really like affect anything. It just might look kind of ugly there if I don't clean it up properly, but it's just a little weird to me that he has 8 legs. Personally, I think I probably would have preferred it if they just left these bits off altogether and then maybe included a third set of legs on the new bits that were just pegging onto the arms, because like he really doesn't need these to stand up at all. Like he stands just fine on the set of 2 legs. It's just weird that like you bring these out to be the front 2 legs, and one, you can hardly see them, so from the top it looks like he only has 4 legs, but then when you actually are like, oh, the other legs are down here, which don't even like really touch the ground anymore, they're like, oh, now he's got 8 legs. It's just weird. I don't know. It's a kind of it's a nothing complaint overall because, these guys have never been like super anatomically accurate to the bugs they're supposed to be. But I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing to me that like he's got kind of the wrong number of legs either way you look at it. Like if you fold these up, he's got too few legs. And if you fold these down, he's got too many legs. Whatever, it's not really that big a deal. It's just something worth talking about. But yeah, other than that, I think he looks pretty good in his little bug mode here. Obviously, he's got the shrapnel problem where like the arms are just kind of clearly hanging out to the side here, but either way, he still looks pretty good. But yeah, in terms of comparisons in this mode, just for the standard one, here he is with Kingdom Sideswipe again. Here he is, we'll show him off again with Barrage, just so you can see what the two of them look like together. We already saw it. Again, I showed off all of the Insecticons together in Barrage's review in their insect mode. So in his video, I'm going to show them all off in robot modes, just so I don't have to transform all 6 of them a bunch of times. But here he is with Legacy Evolution Shrapnel. Just so you can see pretty much the exact same mold there, just swapping out these guns with the new leg sections there, and then swapping out the horns and the head for robot mode. But otherwise, he's the exact same mold as Shrapnel. But yeah, in terms of one last comparison for him is here he is with the little chop shop that came in Thrilling 30 with the Legends class Megatron, just so you can see what they look like together. That's kind of cute. You could even, if you want, peg him on. I mean, obviously he's red, he's brown, so it doesn't really work, but whatever, you got a cute little baby for Chop Shop there. I just thought that was kind of worth showing off because it's kind of cute there. But yeah, in terms of transformation, he's obviously pretty much exactly the same as Shrapnel, unlike with Barrage where they kind of like flip things around, so like the torso worked differently and like didn't have the waist swivel. He really is exactly the same as Shrapnel in terms of the transformation. So pretty much you just unpeg the arms here from the side, flip out the hands, take the entire back section here. Well, you can take the 2 sets of legs here and just fold them onto the back, then take the entire back section and just unhinge it like that, and then close these panels up and flip up the feet, untab the legs, rotate them around at the waist, and then you can bring the stag beetle horns down and then flip up these little panels to reveal his head. And there we have Chop Shop in his robot mode. And yeah, doesn't really need to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, the original Chop Shop was not too different from the way that the original Shrapnel looked in robot mode. So it doesn't really need a whole reinvention here. I feel like this works perfectly well as Chop Shop. I love the new head sculpt there. It's definitely got a very Chop Shop-y head, which I appreciate. But yeah, in terms of articulation, obviously he's got a swivel there at the head. The shoulders here can rotate around and then rotate out to the side. They're just on universal joints there. He's got a bicep swivel, a little over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrists can bend in a little bit for transformation. Waist swivel, universal hips, can go forward, back, and out to the side. Thigh swivel, a little over 90 degrees of bend at the knee. Oh, I just noticed that detail. I didn't even notice he had those there. That's kind of nice. He also does have a little Mayhem Attack Squad symbol there. And then the ankles can tilt out to the side. They can tilt back, but not forward. But yeah, pretty much the exact same articulation as Shrapnel and Bombshell and Barrage, honestly. Like, they're all the same mold, all things considered. Like, again, it's a kind of impressive how much reshaping they've done to make these guys like kind of feel like they have their own identity. But at the end of the day, it is pretty much just the same mold 4 times. But obviously, we can give him his guns here. I feel like I might have even forgotten to show off Barrage with his guns in robot mode, but whatever. It's the Bombshell guns. But yeah, you can give him the other guns here. You can give him this one too. They don't have any like combination thing like Bombshells do / Barrages do, where they can combine together or anything. It's pretty much just you want the shrapnel looking gun or the little bug leg guns. You can't really store these anywhere because, like, I mean, I guess you could put them on the back of the legs. On Shrapnel, they store it on the back of the arms, but because these are using that port, they can't, which is actually kind of funny. It's something that I noticed on both the instructions and on the boxes. In bug mode, you can clearly see these guns hanging out underneath, like as if they were pegged into the arms, but they definitely can't do that because these bits are pegged into the arms. So like they show them both being there, but they can't. Like, it doesn't show you to put them there, but it just like on the art for the box, it just you can see these underneath, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, you could peg these onto the back of the legs if you wanted to store them. Again, with the main gun, you can still store it on the back. I just leave all these off to the side. I don't really feel like they're needed for Chop Shop, but you can put them all places. It does kind of block his knee articulation, but other than that, it's a decent storage option. But yeah, these are shrapnels things. I just leave them off to the side, but he does come with the stuff if you want to see it. But yeah, in terms of comparisons in this mode, here he is again with side swipes. You can see, obviously, just another average size deluxe there, as every version of this mold is. Here he is again with the little baby Chop Shop from Thrilling 30, just so you can see what the two of them look like together. Just kind of adorable there. Here he is again with just the other guys that come in the set, with Barrage and Malice Minotaurus there, so you can see what the three of them look like together in robot mode. And then we'll swap out him with Ransack, so you can see what the three current deluxe Insecticons look like together. And then of course we'll bring on the other three Insecticons, so you can see what the full crew looks like together so far. Just waiting on Venom, who again allegedly is going to be getting a new figure next year. I'm not sure what they're going to do for that. Probably a new mold, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's what the full group of them looks like together. And then yeah, we can just show them off with just shrapnel, so you can see the differences here. Like I said, pretty much the exact same mold, just new leg bits on the arms there, new horns, and then a new head. Otherwise, no full need to like really reinvent the wheel there. I think that that this mold works pretty well for Chop Shop. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to them. Again, the guys in this set, they're fairly simple retools of Bombshell and Shrapnel, but honestly, it works pretty well. I don't really have any huge complaints of them. The only like major complaint I have with the set in general is I kind of just wish it didn't include this guy and cost a little less. But yeah, that's not the end of the world. But yeah, no, pretty fun figure overall, and I'll be back on Sunday to be taking a look at the last part of the set. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have Transformers Doom and Destruction Collection Chop Shop.